Lidl, sorry, Lidl. For all you QVC people, you can buy this for $5.99, and you can get 3 right now for $3.99 if you hurry up.
3 easy pays and PP.
Yeah, PP, yeah. 3 easy payments.
It's actually $12.99. I did start writing this speech, but I thought, I can't bother. So, I'll give you a potted history about how I ended up with Joe. Sorry, I managed to punch above my weight and still get there. It's a joke.
Who made you?
Basically, many years ago now, 8, 9 years ago. So, yeah, so this is why Joe's here. So, I'll start with the sad bit. It was a bit sad, but it was sad. So I was sitting in the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere in Melbourne, and I'd been alone for many years. And I was just watching people going in and out, and they were all couples and families, and I thought,
Just like that, no wonder.
what a bunch of... and then I went out on this elevator goes out, and it's a glass floor, and you're like way up, and you look down, and you vomit, and you come back in, you say sorry. And I thought, I need somebody to share this with now. Not the vomit, just the experiences. And the first time in my life I was actually ready to meet somebody rather than, like we all do. And I thought, right, I'm going to go back, and funnily enough, an ex said I should go on Match.com. So I went on Match.com. I refused to pay the full whack, it wasn't worth it. I just did $12.99.
Not with those over.
I thought it was a bargain. So I did that. At the time I was living a bit of an alternative life. I was living in a lock-up unit. As you do.
We all know.
Everybody knows. Well, those that don't know, Dan will give you a rest. Those that don't know, I basically converted a 100-metre square lock-up unit into a 1-bedroom luxury flat with walk-in wardrobe.
On the slide.
It had no windows, walk-in wardrobe, and laundry room, office, kitchen diner, double lounge. Am I selling this?
Yeah.
Do you want to buy it, Daryl? Do you want to sell it for me?
You missed out the Marlowe.
I missed out Marla. Jesus, come on. And I literally, I was sat there one day and I thought, I was going to rent somewhere, and a friend of mine said, why don't you just live there? I thought, that's a good idea. So I basically created another floor in a unit, made a 1-bedroom flat up there, with a secret lift to the 1-bedroom flat. And everybody thought I lived on a crappy old sofa in the bottom. And I thought, it's really down the bottom, my life, isn't it? So I thought, how can I package this up nicely on Match.com? I'll explain in a minute how I sold it to And I went on Match.com, and it was quite scary. There's some pretty brassy women out there that will do anything for love.
What's the number?
And I honestly was scared. And one night I was just flicking through, swiping, apparently it's called, and I saw Joe. And I thought, she's fit. I hovered for a while, I'd admit, and then carried on. She's in London, I'm in the south. I put London, I was working in London a lot, so I thought, well, let's give it a try. And then 3-4 days later, I got, show us your eyes then.
I didn't say that. I said, do you have a photograph without the mirrored sunglasses?
That's it. This is why I love her.
It could have been a monkey eye.
So, I probably sent you a photograph of me. I think I sent you a photo with me wearing a full face helmet and crossing my eyes. And she went for it.
No, I said. No, you don't look like you should be in the 50-something bracket.
Oh yeah. And the answer to that was, well, I am in my 50s, Joe. So it was kind of like a compliment, in a way.
Do you want us to go for a walk or something?
So basically, my first date with Joe, after a lot of talking on the internet, Joe does like to talk. I'll mention this one to the point where she was talking 1 minute, and then I was talking, and then I heard her snoring. And I thought, I'll hang up
Now,
now.
this was on the phone, by the way.
So we met. I said to Joe, look,
Hey, get comfortable. He's just put the speech down.
I've just made it shorter. So basically, we were going to meet on one day, and then me being from sort of like basically Yorkshire background, saw an opportunity. It's coming up for February the 29th. That's every 4 years. I'm going to save on the cards for anniversaries. So we met on February the 29th. Now the reference in the vows to Thomas Hardy, whenever you look up there you'll be blah blah blah. When I first arrived at Joe's, she hung out the window, I rang her and she hung out the window and said, Alex, you're early, for God's sake. Yeah. And I looked up and I was taking my helmet off at the time and I just remember that abject look of disappointment. And I thought, she looks good, but it's never going to happen. And
You're driven all the way from Dorset.
I literally, I cut my finger getting my gear out of the top box, and she said, come with me. All right. I thought, my luck's in. But she took me down to the dog grooming shed and sprayed me with something she uses to treat the dogs with.
I took you to home days.
I haven't finished yet. So, being a northerner and making things up on the fly, I thought, well, we'll just go and get something to eat there, shouldn't we? We go. Didn't plan anything. And I said, where do you want to go? She said, we've got to go to home base.
This is the first
I
date.
said, sorry. I said, I want to go to home base. Not your cheap date. I'll get you paint, but I'm not getting you the sun lounger. So we went to home base. And then by the time we got back, it was dark, and we ended up in the pub on the corner in the Queen's. And the trouble with that was, when we got back, it went well, didn't it? It went well. And then I literally, she made me change outside. She didn't let me change
I don't
inside.
remember that.
Joe!
I don't remember that.
I
You
do.
did it though, didn't you?
It was literally
Definitely
raining
did it.
outside, and I had to get changed by the motorbike and drive off. And they shut the M3. I didn't get in until 3 o'clock in the morning. And in between that time, I stopped at the motorway services and I sent her a text, and she sent me one. And we kind of clicked a little bit. And I thought, she doesn't know yet. But she will. 6 months later,
You killed her.
so a couple of weeks later, she said, I'd resigned to myself to the fact that we were just going to be friends. I've been friend zoned, that's what it felt like. And then she said, I need this plant put in the ground, and I need this done, need that done. I said, I'll bring the van up and I'll do it. And then I kind of noticed out the corner of my eye oh, you can do that. I really wanted a step there. Did you now?
A sense of humour as well.
Apparently I had a sense of humour
I found out about that weekend.
that weekend. And that's all it took. If I'd have known that, I could have saved on the burger at the Queen's, but there we go.
Because he had a good toolbox.
On that note, we've more than added to it. We've added to the toolbox since then as well. So, yeah, the first date was definitely an indication of which way things were going to go. And then we had Betty and the Puppies, which you've already heard about. Stole my thunder. And then the first holiday, which was Drew and Jackie's wedding. And that was literally our first time away together. And within that time, she decided I was a boyfriend. I wasn't aware that was a thing. It was an official boyfriend. I didn't know there was a certificate and clauses to sign, but there we go. So, many years later, we learned guitar, we sang songs for people who seemed to appreciate it. And we haven't done that, so tonight, we're not going to do that either. So, we will get back to that, we've just been a bit busy. So, moving here from London, I think the guys who moved us were so shocked that a one-bedroom flat had to fill like a 7.5-ton lorry nearly twice.
The TARDIS.
It literally is like you pulled the stopper out and everything just burst. And then we filled this place up with a one-bedroom flat. And then we decided we weren't going to do anything for a year, but that lasted 3 months. And we haven't stopped since. And as nice as it is to do that and make things right, it's nice for people to come and share it as well. So now you all know where we are. Don't feel like we need to be strangers. Don't bother me.
Just strangers.
Go to Robin.
Yeah. So that's almost it. That's almost it. That's almost it. But Bob Marley once said, "She's not perfect, and neither are you. And you too will never be perfect. But if she can make you laugh at least once, it'll make you think twice. And she makes me think twice all the sodding time."
I'm sure everyone's a bit thirsty, so should we do a toast? Yes. To the toolbox!
To the toolbox.
QVC!
You might just
Right.
on QVC.
Cheers.
So,